Good afternoon. My name is Niko House, host of the political radio show Casa Es Su Casa, which you can catch here on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, or iHeartRadio or wakeradio.us at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just came to kind of talk about a redundant point, although I think that we're kind of underestimating the severity of this point because of what we are leading back into, unfortunately, and hopefully at some point this message can get back to them. As most of you know, I did a piece yesterday for Truth Against the Machine, a video and an article talking about the detriments of not giving the correct coverage. But today I'm going to talk about the detriment of covering the wrong things over and over and over again. So CNN, I have a question for you. Do you want Trump to win again in 2020? Because talking about Trump over and 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 over again, every single day, every single morning, I go to get my breakfast. Before I go get my breakfast, they're talking about Trump. When I sit down to eat my breakfast, they are still talking about Trump. After I finish my breakfast, they're still talking about Trump. I take a break, I go get some coffee. I come back and they're still talking about Trump. I drink my coffee and I'm pretty sure at the end of my cup, they will still be talking about Donald Trump's first 100 days and he's not even 45 days in. Why are we talking about Trump's first 100 days every single day? Well, the truth of the matter is, it's because CNN doesn't care. They care about ratings, they care about money, but most importantly, those who could be potentially working for the White House want their jobs. This is what they covered this morning. They talked about the fact that the FBI doesn't have confidence in Donald Trump. I don't care if the FBI has confidence in Donald Trump. I'm going to be completely and totally honest with you. And that is because the FBI's job is not to have confidence in Donald J. Trump. Their job is to execute. Their job is to do the right thing. The FBI hasn't done the right thing since James Comey, the director of the FBI, decided not to recommend charges against Hillary Clinton. So we know the FBI isn't really in the job of doing the right thing as of late. So their opinion about Donald J. Trump is completely irrelevant to me. The other thing they decided to talk about was Trump's Twitter again, right? That was a topic of discussion because he said that Obama tapped his phone, and I don't care if Obama tapped your phone. If you were saying something if you were saying anything that needed to be tapped, then I don't care. If you didn't say anything, then you shouldn't care. But either way, welcome to America in the 21st century in 2017, my friend. Obama and Bush have been tapping our phones for quite some time, and I'm hoping that you are up to speed on the Patriot Act and all the stuff that allowed to happen, and Obama's little NSA introduction that allowed even more invasion of privacy over the last couple of years. I don't care about that either. It happens to everyone regularly. Just because you were a billionaire before you were president doesn't mean that you're different in the eyes of the government. In fact, you're probably going to have a tighter lens on you. So moving on, they talked about, what else did they talk about? They talked about feeling sorry for his spokespeople. Like, should they feel sorry for him or not? That was a legitimate topic of discussion for political analysts. Then they talked about the inauguration, whether Trump lied purposely about the size of his inauguration and that his is bigger than Obama's. Those were topics of discussion during a conversation and commentary with 4 political analysts. They're getting paid way too much money to not analyze a damn thing. Okay? So let's talk about what actually did happen over the last couple of days. A Sikh was murdered in Seattle because of volatile rhetoric, obviously, no doubt uttered by this campaign. Another man, Indian, was killed in South Carolina outside of his home, shot dead. They don't want to talk about those things, though. Those are important, and they don't want to talk about the reason why those things happen. They keep talking about the legitimate, they keep talking about the problems with the things that Trump does, but they never actually show you the outcome of his rhetoric. They keep focusing on, they don't even focus on his policies at this point anymore. They only focus on the policies that they believe will garner the most ratings and they can sensationalize the most. But they don't talk about the problems that are being caused every day, not only for people because of Trump's rhetoric, but because of the things that haven't been taken care of at the local levels as well. They don't talk about how can we reform this Democratic Party? How did we make a mistake by propping up the wrong candidate, propping up Hillary Clinton instead of Bernie Sanders? Because if they truly want to win in 2020, that's what they do. That's what they would do. If they truly want to help the American people, if they truly want to be objective, they would start talking about how to reform the Democratic Party for victory. If they are that scared of Trump, because that is how they're portraying themselves to be. But they're not being objective. They're gaslighting us so that we're going to be willing to accept anybody that they throw into the forefront come 2019 going into 2020. They don't want to talk about the fact that this Trump dossier is a little suspect. It is not just suspect because of the information that could be in it, but mostly who gave us the dossier, which is former MI6 spy. Who hired him? Why was he hired? What special interest could a person or a group of people, aka the Democratic Party, have in hiring him? And why isn't anybody concerned about the fact that the Democratic Party is going out of their way to hire special ex-MI6 spies who have direct ties to Russia to find and invent reasons why Trump is connected to Russia? We don't want to talk about that stuff. We don't want to talk about the fact that the Ochetti camp was burned down the other day. It was a ceremonial burning. But we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about the fact that the Sable Trail is about to be built in Florida. There's another trail about to be built in Pennsylvania that people are protesting as we speak. We don't want to talk about that stuff. But we're going to keep talking about Trump's inauguration and the size of the crowd. And Democrats are wondering why they're going to fail miserably come 2020. I hope CNN rises up soon. If not, we're about to be in for a long 8 years, ladies and gentlemen. So strap in. Thank you for watching. And always remember, find your balance. Have a good day.